all across the PST radio network and on KFN's social channels.
Here's the thing. I said this on the podcast, but like usually when a guy changes numbers to a single-digit number, they look faster, they look more agile, they look quicker.
There's a little bit of a blessing in disguise with the LeBron injury.
I think Kirk would almost be happier just potentially leaving the league because he's not chasing dollars. I think he legitimately chases wins.
I think Bo has the same abilities as Victor Wembanyama.
Now, let's go live to the KFN studios in St. Louis Park. Along with the PST Selection Committee Chairman, Tenna B, and PST analysts Justin Gard and Corey Cove, here with the call of today's selection show is the Common Man, Dan Cole.
Never gets old for me. Here we are. Welcome, greetings. Great, well done on the open, Tenna B. And here we are. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us as always. Corey Cove, Maestro of the Mornings. You have to clear something up for me. Something about a game you invented. What is that?
Yeah, it's the best bit on the station. I used to say that the Preposterous Statement Tournament was the best. Now I would say it's
been overtaken.
Third. Now I would say it's
third.
Initials, not even close. Right. Huge gap to number 2.
Big gap.
Then the second place is the program password. It's on Fridays. It's on this show.
Yes.
And now PST is solid 3.
Solid 3.
It says. Times change, though, man.
Well, what is this game?
So it's a game we've been playing on the morning show, and I turned it into a board game. You can get it at initialsgame.com, or you can play it in over 100 bars at this thing called initialsgamelive.com. You can check it out. You
should do also joined by the Tasteless Box of Mashed Potatoes, Justin Gard. Is Indeed a place where you find jobs? You should do an endorsement for Indeed because you got plenty of work.
That's true. Right? That's true. Now, what are the royalties you have to send to the Kansas City radio station that you stole it from? Initials.
0. Oh, yeah, that settled out of court. Yeah, it's like Deshaun Watson. I settled and it's private and we move on.
And you move on with your lives.
It's a big day.
It is a big day.
It's one of the best days of the year.
Yeah,
it's really an exciting day, and I'm happy to be here until 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's how long we're milking this.
Well, the first segment, what we do is we banter a little bit. Tenna says we're supposed to banter and kind of have fun, and then we're going to do each region gets
do fake laughs.
Yeah,
each other.
Hey, let me ask you something based on his open, because he just said the Power Trip has never won, right? The main people of the Power Trip have never won, right? Because like Tommy Olson's won. He's a Power Trip member,
Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
but he's one of 30 that are members.
Fair. If you count though, like what he just said, he didn't play a soundbite for me. Is it 100% that I'm the least preposterous person on the morning show? I'm a disaster, but I'm talking about saying preposterous things.
Yes, I think
I'm hands down the least.
Not saying much.
Have you ever been nominated even?
Yeah, 311's light years better than the Beatles.
Right.
And if Nikola Pekovic could catch a ball in transition, he'd be virtually unstoppable.
Yeah, so that's right.
Man, you were like a comet with those two. Like those two are two of the most preposterous.
I might have two. Yeah. I might have more than those, but those two definitely ring true.
I'm in this.
I stand by both.
I'm in a say-in matchup.
Oh, you've already seen it?
Well, I have. I took a quick peek.
Because this is the reveal.
Yeah, well, I took a quick peek.
Okay.
Yeah, I was able to see it. I know the Preposterous Tourney Committee chair, and he was able to let me take a sneak peek. And so, yeah, I'm in. And I've been nominated before. I never advanced very far. I wonder how that is.
The worst part about this tournament, I just said this to you 2 minutes ago, Common. The worst part is we would have head and shoulders runaway winners if we counted what was said off the air in this building just in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We'd have a whole new bracket.
I mean, it's because it's some of the all-time most preposterous things I've ever heard, but we don't have any proof of it and we can't bring it to air.
Yeah, we just can't.
I mean, we could.
But those would be winners.
Yeah, right.
We could.
We just shut the tournament down.
We will one day.
Yeah.
You've already written your book.
I've written a book,
We have not written ours.
Yeah, when you guys write that book.
This will be in the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
First couple of chapters.
Yeah. The Doing Our Part chapter.
Yeah, the Doing Our Part chapter.
There you go.
And it's a wide range of people. It's local, national. You know, in the past, we used to include rubes. But then we figured a lot of rubes say things just because they want to be in the tournament, so that they're just saying things they don't really believe.
You have to have a little bit of credibility to ruin.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and I think moving forward, we'll call that the Blakemore. He just wants to be in the tournament so bad. Right. And I think he's going to get in. I think he had some strong statements, but he just wants to hear his name on Selection Wednesday. So badly that he says some of the most preposterous things you'll ever hear.
A thank you to the listeners of the Grom, specifically, and just generally the fan, because they supply so many of the PSTs. we can't possibly find them all. And then it's best when some people will supply the audio too. They'll go, here, I heard this on one of the other shows on the Fan or on television or something. They'll send us name, date, audio. It's without them, we really couldn't do this show. There'd be no.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Well, and how many times? I'm sure you guys. I know you talked about it. I was sent the ski jumping penis story 9,000 times. Right?
Is that the one where they were doing anatomical changes?
Whatever they were doing,
right,
yeah. But people are looking out for it. Like, first of all, we're not going to miss that. I know you're not going to miss that.
Is the ski jumping one different than the pole vaulter from last Summer Olympics?
Oh, very different.
Oh, very different. Yes, very different.
This one was injecting the genitals to temporarily inflate it so the ski suit then measures differently. Then when the swelling goes down, then the suit's still bigger, and then there's more aerodynamics, and you fly like a handful of meters further, like a significant difference.
Well, it's similar when I had my hernia surgery that the doctor told me to elevate my scrotum.
Same thing.
So what I did was he says, just take a pair of athletic socks. I got them at Target, and along with my Home Alone 2 on Blu-ray.
Oh my God! Genius.
Yeah,
great joke.
Thank you. And then I enjoyed so much that to this day I still have a pair of rolled up white athletic socks that elevate my scrotum because I like the feel. Well, I do. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing, is it?
Is Paul Charchi in here?
Not
You
yet.
know the worst part about shopping at Victoria's Secret
What's
is?
that?
They won't let you try anything on. You know, when I was a kid, I hated to get spankings. Isn't it funny how your taste changes as you get older?
What are you doing stand-up
Wild Bill
next?
Bauer. Oh, I'm glad you asked. We're going to be at the Cato Ballroom, the legendary Cato Ballroom, where Buddy Holly and many other It is true how many legendary people have worked there. They have their wall of fame with all their different posters.
That's cool.
Just about anybody who was big back in the 50s, 60s, even 70s has worked the Cato Ballroom. We'll be there a week from Saturday, the 21st. Larry Mondello, Guy Meets Us, and Common Man.
What's the name of this tour?
This is the Petty Theft Tour.
What was the name of the last tour?
The
Grand Larceny Tour?
Grand Larceny was before that.
What about This Time We Mean It?
Yeah, that was the last one. This is the end of the end tour, and This Time We Mean It.
Because I have my Grand Larceny Tour T-shirt. I didn't get a This Time We Mean It T-shirt. Could I still buy that at your show?
Oh, well, of course you could.
Okay, I want to make sure.
Well, what I used to open my show. I sold my book is sold out, by the way, so I don't have any more books. Over 5,000 books sold. Thank you. Sort of like. Now, it's not like McDonald's where they have over 2 billion sold. I get that.
Not yet.
But when I would always open my set with, I'd come up on stage, I'd go, I have a book for sale. That's the only reason I'm here. And then I would walk off stage because I'm just selling my book. Get it? It's funny stuff here. Tickets are available. CatoBallroom.com/tickets.
That was a good banter segment.
That was solid.
Really good banter.
Who sponsors Peek at the Preposterous?
That would be by Affordable Electric, affordable-electric.com. And remember, Affordable Electric is it's shockingly affordable. We'll be back with the reveal. It's PST VVVIII Selection Show. We start next year on The Fan. Yes, PST Selection Show, Triple V, Triple I. He's Tennessee on the Common Man, Dan Cole, along with Corey Cove and Justin Guard. Are we ready to reveal the preposterous statements from each of the regions, Tenna?
Let's do it. As always, you can watch the Preposterous Statement Tournament Selection Show right now at KFAN.com/watch. Thanks to Zach Halverson and Nick Madden for helping us out there. We'll begin with the
North Region, presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
The number 1 seed is Cleveland Cavaliers guard Dennis Schroeder. On the NBA trade deadline last year said, quote, "It's like modern slavery. It's modern slavery at the end of the day. Everybody can decide where you're going, even if you have a contract. Yeah, of course, we can make a lot of money and we can feed our families, but at the end of the day, if they say you're not coming to work tomorrow, you're going over there, they can decide that. They got to change that a little bit." Schroeder will go up against the winner of the say-in matchup. The number 16 seed, CBS Sports' Bud Elliott, says that it's a, quote, safety issue for JMU and Tulane to be in the playoff field. And the number 17 seed is the Common Man, who said, quote, "I watched the Players' Championship this past weekend, and I putt better than 50% of the players on the PGA Tour."
And then I did up that to 65% later.
You upped it?
Yeah, I did. But
So
60,
double
50 is the
down.
official. I doubled down.
Always better when the people who say things lean into it, right? For
Right,
sure.
exactly.
I'm cheering for you.
Thanks.
I hate the first one because it's obviously like the most preposterous
I
thing
know.
in the entire
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah.
It's a very cliched, preposterous statement.
But it's
Yeah.
also no fun because if that wins, there's no chance Dennis is going to come on the show to like explain why he
Right.
said it. He's not going to win with grace. Like
Yeah.
that's a losing proposition.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
I'm actively cheering for either you or Bud Elliott to take him out in round 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we could lobby. Yeah, because
We
like you said,
definitely could.
there's no fun play. Like we could make a Kunta Kinte joke here.
Yeah, right.
And say, I think he would have taken the 117 mil because I think that's Schroeder's career earnings.
Right,
but
right.
If we're going to keep leaning into your putting thing, give me a player or two. If you had like 3 putts from 25 feet out and you would have your life on the line that you know you would hit more than player X, who would that be?
Tennessee.
No, I mean PGA Tour.
Well, I don't have to go and take a
golfers.
look at a list.
25 feet's pretty tough.
Well, it's because when I said it was because, like, golf is very streaky from the driver through the irons, through the wedges and everything. I mean, like Hideki Matsuyama, I don't know if you paid any attention to the waste management that just finished. He hit 2 fairways on the out of 14 on the last round. When he was on, that's what I told Tennessee on Monday. I said, if my life would have depended upon someone hitting the 18th fairway in the 72nd hole, and my choices were Tennessee or Hideki Matsuyama, I would have taken Tennessee. He couldn't hit a fairway. So it just sort of depends. Most of these guys, some of these guys are just awful. I don't know if they're just in a bad spot or if the pressure's too much, but you'll see guys missing putts over. Putting is the great equalizer. Everybody can look down and go breaks left to right.
Sure.
I know what the speed of the green is. You line it up and you make a nice stroke, and if you're on a roll, you can make them all day long. So
you think Ryan Donaldson was at the Waste Management Open?
he could very well have been.
Yeah, I bet he was.
I don't know if he was available.
Yeah.
That's a good point. He might have had to work.
North Region, presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
Your 8-9 matchup, the 8 seed Tanner Morgan leading 66-0 with 7:18 left in the third quarter. The Gophers had the ball 3rd and 5. And on the Big Ten Network, Morgan said, quote, "Critical third down here." He'll go up against the number 9 seed, the Star Tribune headline, who on the Twins said, quote, "Could this be the best bullpen in baseball?"
Well, it might have been until the trade deadline when we traded everybody,
Well, yeah.
when we traded
Well.
all 10.
Well, on the Tanner Morgan one, how long has Tanner been doing?
That was his first game.
Yeah.
He's done 1 game.
So he's got the cliches
Yes.
down because you got to
Yes.
have them.
Yes.
And so you just say it's a critical third down without really thinking. I'm
Yes.
sure if you talked to him after the game and said, "Did you really call that?" And he'd go, "Yeah."
Did I really?
guess I did.
Yeah,
I really
that was
call
his
it."
first game.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He's brilliant on the Fox 9 pregame show, by
Is he
the way.
really?
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah.
He's actually way better than you would, like his years.
Well, it's like
Not a great moment there, though.
This is off topic, but Tom Brady was awful his first
Yeah.
year. Wasn't he? I mean, he was just like, you paid him $300, how many million? Year 2, last year, he became, in my eyes, the best analyst
Agreed.
on television.
Agreed.
Football. And what he said was, I read a story where he said, I decided just to do the analysis like I played football. So instead of doing like a TV preparation with notes and stuff, just like I look at the play and I go, well, this is what I would do if I was in this situation. This is how it works. And he was really good.
You did that when you did play-by-play in Wyoming.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, or in Forest Lake.
When I was in Forest Lake, I would say I'm not going to memorize all the names for the Anoka hockey players because I'm only going to call one Forest Lake Anoka hockey game. So for Anoka, Billy Jones and Jimmy Smith are going to have the best games they've ever had because every time Anoka touches the puck, it's going to be Smith to Jones. Jones back over to Smith. Smith shoots. Grandma Smith says, Billy, you got 3 goals. I didn't even see the ice. Oh, well, that's not what the play-by-play goes.
North Region, presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
The number 4 seed is Mr. Beast. I'm sure Common doesn't even know who that is. Mr. Beast said, quote, the average person does not want to live the life I live or be in my head. They would be miserable because they're just working all the time. Mr. Beast will go up against the number 13 seed, Jason Timpf, who is a Hoops podcaster, apparently. And he did the old, there's a blessing in disguise with that LeBron injury last year.
Luka is not yet back into his peak shape. It's going to take a little while. There's a little bit of a blessing in disguise with the LeBron injury because LeBron has been going full bore since like mid-January.
So, Common, Mr. Beast is the biggest YouTube star on the planet.
Right now, as we speak.
Yes.
Today. Okay.
Huge deal. He got ripped a little while ago because he is a paper billionaire. They think he's worth over $1 billion. Okay. But this could have easily been the preposterous statement tournament as well. Mr. Beast basically says that being a paper billionaire doesn't mean you have $1 billion. So he actually has a lot less money than you would think. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said.
I think we need to replace it.
Yeah, I was going to put that one in.
Yeah, I think we need to swap.
So he's talking about liquidity.
Yeah, right.
Being a paper billionaire must be really rough. So he is a guy that posts a ton of content, but apparently that's a miserable life.
Is he a WWE guy or?
No.
He's just a YouTuber.
Oh, he sounds like a WWE guy.
That's the thing. You can't even describe what he is. He's a YouTuber.
He's a content creator.
Yeah.
Good for him.
And with this,
God bless him.
This
America's
Timpf guy, I think we're going to see this throughout the bracket. Now more than ever, there's just too many podcasts. Like too many people have podcasts.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's true.
North Region, presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
I can't pronounce the next name.
I can't either. I don't know. The number 5 seed is Monir Nasakwai.
Not going to work here anymore.
On his son Lamine not winning the Ballon d'Or, he said, quote, I think this is the biggest, I won't say theft, but moral damage done to a human being because I believe Lamine Yamal is the best player in the world by far, by a huge margin.
What's Ballon d'Or? What sport are they
talking
about?
Best soccer player in the world.
Oh, okay.
He'll go up against the number 12 seed, Seth Davis, who tweeted, Ben Johnson has done an incredible job with his team, one of the elite coaches in one of the toughest jobs in America.
Well, Gerdsey, how true is that?
Yeah, I was telling Corey when we get, you get the field, who's on the bubble, yeah. I'm worried about this year because there's a lot of statements I didn't say, but I agree with. So I'm either getting more preposterous as I age. I mean, I see why it's in there.
I think the elite coach is would be the one on Ben Johnson.
Yeah, well, I do think he didn't. I mean, it's
too nuanced for the preposterous.
Well, he was in a very tough situation. There's no question. I know somebody who knows him quite well and thinks that he's gotten a bad raw deal. That he's a lot better than people think, but he didn't have. When you don't have a lot of the nil money and this and that and the other thing, you don't have the support. Medved's got more to this point. But, who am I to say?
That's very nuanced.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
you say so.
North Region, presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
Number 6 seed Ron Harper said, it's harder to win rings than it is to score 50,000 points in the NBA. Ron will go up against the number 11 seed Zach Halverson, who said it takes him, quote, 2 to 3 weeks to recover from daylight savings when the clock springs forward in March.
I'm torn because these are both 2 home runs. You know how many people have scored 50,000 points in the NBA ever?
Anybody?
1?
Yeah. You know how many?
No.
0.
0.
So he says it's harder to win rings than it is to score 50,000 points, which has never been done. But you guys have all flown?
Yeah.
Sure.
There's other time zones and stuff, right?
Yes.
Jersey, you fly.
I fly a lot, yeah.
When you go to another time zone and it's an hour or 2 in either direction, does it take you 2 to 3 weeks to recover from that flight?
Not typically.
Look, I know we're not supposed to play favorites, but I am on Team Zach, which means he has no chance because every time I go all in on a quote, it never wins because most of them are Rosen-related quotes. But this is my favorite quote of the year because 2 to 3 weeks to recover from daylight savings.
Well, you got to take circadian rhythms and jet lag too,
These are some, when they're revealed, they jump off the page. I'm actually wondering, so which daylight savings year is he still recovering from? Because I'm not sure if he's yet recovered.
He's still living in 2023.
How do we know when he is recovering?
When is daily? Is it March?
It's in March, yeah.
When in March? So we have to make a big deal
Might have
about
put him on
power
paid
trip
leave.
Sure, and make sure that he's prepared for it. Jeez.
The new
2 to 3
Minnesota
weeks.
family leave law. Halvey's going to get to do it for daylight savings.
Maybe he should just take a couple of days off those weeks, right? To kick your feet up.
Not a bad
2
idea.
to 3 weeks.
Yeah, this
North
one,
Region.
it's even hard to
Presented
follow,
by
I think.
Carboni's Pizzeria.
The number 3 seed is Jay Billis on LeBron James. He said that LeBron's not a complainer.
LeBron James thought he got hit on that jump shot, and I think he did. You can see the tangible frustration etched on the faces of both he and Doncic tonight. Well, he's not a complainer.
Jay's going to go up against number 14 seed Lavelle Neal 3, who said, quote, baseball is hard to practice.
Lavel is always, he's just money in the bank every year.
Well, a couple years ago, he was nominated for, about to begin the spring training baseball grind.
Mm-hmm.
Called it a grind.
Yes.
Yeah, that was so good.
Now, Billis, if Luke is on the same court, LeBron might not look like a complainer.
Right.
So maybe that's where he
In
got kind of
comparison.
messed up. Yeah, in comparison.
There aren't many players. I mean, there are some that probably don't complain as much as others.
Right.
But most of them. Have you ever met anybody that never thought they committed a foul and always thought they were fouled? It's just at every level, from Pop Warner, Howard Pulley up to the NBA. That's what they think.
North Region. Presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
Back to the Power Trip Morning Show, Corey. Usually Chris Hockey, I feel like, doesn't make the tournament very often. But you guys on the Power Trip were discussing how you were going to go from Dublin to London, right? Because the Vikings had back-to-back games across the pond. And Chris apparently thought they might take the train.
Because do you know yet, Hawk? Are we going to leave Dublin on Monday right to London, or are we going to stay there for a little bit and then let's make the short hop over like later in the week?
I would guess we will go probably Tuesday. I wouldn't think we'd do Monday. Monday's a heavy travel day. But who knows? Who knows? And is there a chance, and you guys who've traveled there like I have, I mean, is there a chance we take a train?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I figured it's an hour flight.
Yeah.
So by train, that's a few hour ride. Right?
Yeah, I guess you're probably right.
Chris will go up against the
Well,
number.
is Lieber not in there then too? Or
Well,
is
he
Lieber
kind of
playing
gets an
along?
assist. Even
That is
Sauce
an assist. And all of them have been to both places. That's what's crazy. Like, we mentioned Guam yesterday on the morning show. We mentioned Senegal this morning. I couldn't find either of those on a map if you paid me.
Right.
So I wouldn't know the options for travel if I went to Guam.
Yeah.
They've all been to Ireland and England. They know Ireland's an island. Is there a channel? Like, I don't know. Hawk's had a couple of awesome geography moments. You guys know the Cuba story?
No.
Shocking. The Power Trip was on a cruise a long time ago, like 20 years ago. And we were on the balcony of a cruise ship, and he said out loud, I can't believe how big it is. I think he thought it was going to be like Gilligan's Island or like Tom Hanks in Castaway. He couldn't believe that the country was as big as it was because you couldn't see the end of it. I just had no idea it was this big.
Yeah.
So maybe Chris just is not good with geography.
I think that
it's
might
pretty
be it.
obvious.
Indiana geography for you.
Is that the cruise where they had the topless deck?
Oh, God. Maybe. I think
Or was
we
that
went
a different cruise you went on?
I think we went on 2. Do you know that story, Common, really quickly? So we're at a day at sea. So there was no what are they called when you get off
Excursions.
the boat? Excursions. Thank you. So we're all
Cuba was in the rearview mirror.
Exactly. We're at sea all day. So everybody's on the pool deck, or every seat basically on the deck is filled. There's a set of stairs that go up to an adult-only like topless deck. So the Power Trip Morning Show found a handful of seats that were at the bottom of these stairs. And here comes Rosen with a newspaper, and he starts walking up the stairs. We go, hey, Rosie. And he goes, I was just looking for a seat. And we're like, sure you were. So he was claiming he was going up the stairs because he was looking for a chair, which we all needed to do. But it was clearly marked like adults only, topless, whatever. So he was going to go read the paper and sit up by the topless deck.
Much like he says he liked to take Nick to Hooters because they have great
exactly.
food.
Very similar. From the man who brought you Hooters as a family restaurant, here's Mark Rosen on the party deck.
I don't believe he ever made it up there unless it was a different day, but he sat with us. He enjoyed his
Oh,
newspaper
he made
by
it
us.
up there.
He went to the different staircase the next day. second entrance.
Hockey will go up against the number 10 seed Jason Whitlock, who said, quote, I believe I'm the best sports writer maybe ever.
Again, that's just no fun.
It's not fun.
Because it's preposterous, but he also would have zero chance of joining the show and being proud of that comment.
Yeah, I think
no fun.
Hawk needs to take this matchup.
Yep, 100%.
North Region, presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
The number 2 seed is Odell Beckham Jr. He talked about the struggles of a $100 million contract and how that money won't last forever.
I always explain this to people, like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna give my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really $40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, And now you start breaking down the numbers. It's like that's a 5-year span of where you're getting $8 million. Can you make that last forever?
Well, 30 minutes ain't going to get you the grave, fool. Chris Carter.
How many people need to warn us about this?
That's so much better with the audio. That's fantastic.
Odell will go up against number 15 seed Max Fuller, who said, quote, if a team who has not won an NBA championship won the NBA Cup, it would help bring more attention and hype to it.
Was his shirt on or off when he said this? Was this in the cage?
Common, if I gave you $500 right now, could you name all 3 teams that have won the NBA Cup?
No.
I only know one because I know they raised a banner. Those are the Lakers.
The Lakers.
Lakers is one.
Yeah. Lakers won the first one.
Yeah, I don't.
Because LeBron said he made history.
Was it the Spurs that won this year? Did they take down OKC?
No, they lost to Bodega Cat.
The Knickerbockers.
The Knicks won, and then last year it was the Milwaukee Bucks.
Good for them. Congratulations. That's North Region, right, Tennessee?
That's North Region, presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
We'll be back with more PST after this here on The Fan.
You're listening to the Preposterous Statement Tournament Selection Show on The Fan.
iHeartRadio.
Olympics update.
Team USA is looking to add to its medal count in the women's short track speed skating 500 meters with Kristen Santos Griswold and Julie Latai competing. Santos Griswold says it took a lot of hard work to get to the Olympics.
Triple D, Triple I Selection Show. We got one region in the books. I'm Common Tenneby here along with Corey Cove and Justin Guard. We ready for the West region, Tenna?
Yeah, just a reminder, you can watch right now at KFAN.com/watch. Not only listen, but you can watch. Zach Halverson doing a great job with all the graphics. You can also comment with some of the others.
Well, yeah, daylight savings not for a couple of months.
Plenty of
he's
time.
good,
He's locked in
until March.
He's locked in.
Let's move on to the
West region.
The number 1 seed is Noah Eagle, talking about the fans at the Penn State-Oregon game. Said, quote, "You can feel the pom-poms creating the wind."
He didn't say that.
He did. Noah's going to go up against the winner of the say-in matchup. Number 16 seed Joe Nelson from Bring Me the News predicted the 24-25 Gophers men's basketball team would finish the season 12-2. He'll go up against the number 17 seed Max Fuller. He was on PA show talking about Rob Dillingham.
I mean, it's Dillingham. When you watch him in open court dribbling that basketball, yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Magic, yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm not best ever or worst ever kind of guy, but I mean, there aren't many you're ever going to see as fast and twitchy with the right and the left with him.
It's AI-esque.
I like that comparison.
He's not on the Wolves anymore, is he?
No, we just traded him.
Yeah.
We just traded him.
Okay, we traded the twitchy guy.
I like that entire statement in its totality.
Yeah.
Of like the from the Magic to AI and then PA, like that.
Like that.
Like it's good.
Yeah, that would be an assist from PA the same way Sauce and Lieber got an assist on the Dublin train idea,
Correct.
right? That's by the way, is my silence during the
I was gonna say, were you off that day?
London thing? If I didn't say anything, am I also implicated?
You're complicit.
Your
If I didn't
silence,
correct them-
silence is complicity.
Yeah.
Man.
Your silence is deafening, I'll say. The Noah Eagle one, to me, this is a throw. It's the reason it's the number 1 seed. This is why the PST statement was created. I mean, this feels like one from whenever we started this, 2007.
Yeah.
Like, this is a great statement. It is a perfect, preposterous statement.
It's similar to when PA said it's louder at Lumen Stadium because of the cloud cover. It keeps
it's perfect.
Keeps the crowd noise in. Same type of
Isn't he the rare example of a nepo baby that is still universally considered like elite?
He's unbelievable.
Like everybody says Noah's the real deal. He just happens to be a nepo baby.
He's unbelievable. He's so
What
good.
about Joe Buck?
No, Joe Buck is great too.
Joe
though.
Buck is fantastic.
Joe Buck is good. Now, Jack Collinsworth?
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
I mean, horrendous. Horrifying.
Text that to Sauce just to make his day.
What about Deuce?
How about I was going to say, how about Deuce?
Let's get to the 8-9 matchup of the West region.
And he's listening right now. You just crushed him.
I was forced.
West region.
The number 8 seed is Brad Faxon. Talking about his conversation with Arnold Palmer. We should note that Arnold Palmer's not alive.
Different bunkers than church pews. Originally, a number of different bunkers, then merged, and this is how long they are. 110 yards long. Added one. There's 13 now and 30 yards wide. One of the great images, most iconic images in golf.
I think it is. You know, we talked about that with Arnold Palmer a little bit yesterday, and the players cannot drive it over there. You can just see a little bit of him on the left side.
Maybe they did a seance. We don't know.
Did he mean Nicholas? Who did he mean? Did he mean somebody else?
Nicholas still alive. Did we get the PST? Is that coming up? Because I think it was.
He must have meant somebody else, right?
Or was he like, they were referring to Arnold Palmer in another conversation?
Maybe.
But also, I just love golf broadcasts. Like that had everything, the sound, just the,
Yeah.
it's the iconic, and here we are in the 30, the 30-yard
Hush
bunker,
tones.
and everybody's great, and it's so romantic. But you tell me, Common, I mean, it's a religious experience. Maybe they were talking to Arnold Palmer.
It could have been.
Like they were out there, and Arnold just
Well-
spoke to them through the clouds.
And I thought it was Parker Fox who said, but maybe I'm wrong, that Jack Nicklaus would have rolled over in his grave. And Jack is still alive. He's not in his grave.
That was Parker, yes.
Yeah, and so maybe that'd be
That's so
pretty
Parker,
nice.
too.
Yeah, how
That
good
is so
that?
Parker.
Brad Faxon is going to go up against the number 9 seed Brett Siegel, NBA reporter, who tweeted, Kevin Love is a 5-time All-Star and NBA champion and arguably the best player in Timberwolves history.
That just,
I feel like there's no argument there.
Yeah,
You just want attention. Right? I mean, he was a decent player for us.
Yeah,
Good
nice.
quality,
He
but-
did some great content with that was back when he was Sludge before he went to
Yeah.
Corey Cove.
Yeah.
He and Sludgy had some great bits.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Yeah, it was good.
West region.
The number 4 seed Mavericks GM Nico Harrison, after trading Luka Doncic, here's what he said.
I didn't know that Luka was important to the fan base. I didn't quite
Know it to what level?
My God.
I feel like that one's might be one that's faded a little bit, but at the time it was said, I had more people sending me that preposterous statement than anyone. The number 13 seed, Gilbert Arenas. Here's what he said about LeBron's kid, Bronny.
If he had 36 minutes, his per 36, if he was an NBA, if they played him 36 minutes, he would be averaging 12, 4, and 4. He'd be top 5 for Rookie of the Year.
Is Bronny still in the league?
Yeah. He's actually playing a little bit. This is what I said earlier in the show. Like, Gilbert Arenas does not need a podcast. Like, he gets clipped and sent. He's like, we were talking about Twitter during the break. Like, these are the videos where he says stuff like this every day. Everyone says this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and then they just crank out the next episode.
Right.
And it's just rinse and repeat. He does not need a podcast.
I tend to agree.
I always love when you extrapolate somebody's minutes as if they'd get more points. There's a reason they're not playing more minutes.
Correct.
Well, my favorite is still on Barkley and Kenny the Jet and Ernie and Shaq. They were talking about the ball kid, and they said, Chuck said, it looks like he had a triple single.
Genius.
And then they said, he goes, we had a pretty good game. He played pretty well. And Chuck said, well, he didn't play. He only had 2 more points than I did. So, yeah, it's good stuff.
He's the best. You think we'll get Nico Harrison on if Nico wins to react to his statement?
He's probably got I think he's hanging out with Donaldson. I think they have the same amount of jobs right now. What is he doing? He's not in the league like in any front office anywhere, correct?
I don't think
so.
No idea.
Completely unemployed.
He just got fired.
Man.
West Region.
Number 5 seed is Gino Parrish, brother of Mark, does the little TV work for St. Cloud State, and he thinks the goals weigh 600 and 700 pounds.
Of Jack Ryman, who's a sturdy individual, and the goalpost, which is a 600-700 pound inanimate object, is not the ideal placement for anybody's face.
Do the goals actually weigh 600 or 700 pounds?
I used to curl them in high school.
You did, so you know.
So I know I think it's 674 pounds when I was doing single arm curls.
That's some dense metal on there.
Single arm curls.
Dense metal.
See, that's hard because the second part makes it sound like he's kidding.
It's a good recovery.
The first one did not make it sound like he was kidding.
Right.
And according to artificial intelligence, the average weight of an actual goal is closer to 100 to 150 pounds.
Yeah.
It's still hard to curl.
Brandon, does that sound more believable?
They are heavy, and
range?
they're awkward. You know, there's times where I have to lift them and put them onto the ice, before practice. They are heavy and awkward to carry, but I don't think he realizes how much 600 to 700 pounds weighs.
And when I watch my
nobody
9-year-old,
would be able to move it.
When I watch my 9-year-old, push it around at the park, I'm like, God, he's so strong.
Well, he's not talking about football goalposts. He's talking
about hockey.
I know he's not. Because I thought football goalposts would probably be
a
couple 300, 400
That's
maybe.
But
yeah,
who knows?
Oh my gosh, 6 to 7.
Gino's going to go up against the number 12 seed Guy Haberman, who he said PJ Fleck's an aggressive coach.
He thought about it. Looks like he's going to send the punt unit out instead.
Well, you're caught between two things, right? You're PJ Fleck. He's such an aggressive coach. He loves to go.
You're on the sideline. Would you consider him aggressive?
Depends on the game.
Yeah.
Historically, no.
Right.
Historically, not too aggressive.
Yeah.
More aggressive in the last few years. I think Sauce has gotten to him. I think Sauce's tweets have finally paid off. Why are we punting?
Well, let's continue with the
West Region.
The number 6 seed is Michael Rapino, who's the CEO of Live Nation Ticketmaster. He believes that the concert ticket is underpriced and has been for a very long time.
I always joke, sports, it's like a badge of honor to spend $70,000 for a Knicks courtside. They beat me up if we charge $800 for Beyonce, right? So it's we have a lot of runway left, right? So when you read about the ticket prices going up, it's still average concert price is $72. Try going to a Laker game for that, and there's 80 of them or whatever the hell. So the concert is underpriced, has been for a long time.
Hashtag relatable.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy lives on the same planet as us.
Well, they're available to everyone.
Yeah.
Technically, sure.
Yeah, concert tickets.
Now,
They're available.
You're getting artists now. I even heard Steven Wilson Jr. was on Howard Stern this week, and he flat out apologized to his fans for the secondary ticket market. He's like, look, that's not money that we're getting, that we have nothing to do with it. We can't stop it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Come see me on tour, but I'm sorry. That's not good when the artists are apologizing to their fans. That sucks.
Rapinoe will go up against the number 11 seed Chris Collinsworth on their long delay. He said, quote, the hardest thing to do in football is to get warmed up.
Just do some jumping jacks.
Yeah.
A
couple of wind sprints.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
We sure that wasn't Jack Collinsworth?
I know. I was going to say, I love Chris Collinsworth is great, but he's always good for
Here's
one
a
or
guy.
two.
Here's a guy.
This guy, Sean Mannion. This isn't too big for him.
The number 3 seed.
You do a good Collinsworth.
It's kind of a John Gruden.
Yeah, it's good though.
Yeah, got to work on it. I don't do a good Jack Collinsworth.
The number 3 seed is ESPN's Corey Alexander. After Cooper Flagg suffered an ankle injury versus Georgia Tech last year, this is what he said.
And then Cooper Flagg, after grabbing the rebound, landing on that left ankle, immediately grasping at the ankle. And you can see, of course, tremendous concern on the faces of Ralph and Kelly Flagg, Cooper's parents. Rightfully so. But I can tell you one thing. They are most concerned about the Blue Devils winning this game. That is their number one priority. They are all in Duke Blue.
Look, if we find out we have to lop his leg off, that's the way it goes.
Going to cost
But
him
we
the
gotta
number 1
win this
pick.
game.
Yeah, he's going to be the number 1 pick in the
Yellow
draft.
Jackets.
Well, Ralph and Kelly Flagg are famously degenerate gamblers. So they had 3 months mortgage on the Blue Devils. That's about the only way that would make sense. I can feel that, though.
Corey will go up against the number 14 seed Packers left tackle Rasheed Walker. Here's what Rasheed said after their 2-0 start.
That's why we're 2-0 right now. And then the goal is to, keep it going. I think we can go undefeated.
Didn't quite work out for
They
him.
lost the next week, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
West Region.
He was a guest on Packer Preview that week, too, because Sinekin and Blakemore agreed with him. They wanted to flesh it out.
The number 7 seed is Houston Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud, who said, quote, I feel like I'm getting old. I'm not as quick as I used to be. We should note that C.J. was 23 years old when he said this.
That might have been right.
He saw it
not
coming.
play well the rest of the year.
He saw it coming. He tried to tell us.
It's that 23 cliff. You get 23 and you just go downhill.
CJ is going to go up against the number 10 seed Meat Sauce.
I don't think you hire Dion if you're Jerry Jones, because then it isn't about you. It's about Dion. Dion is one of the most polarizing people that's ever been on this earth. He's very good at, well, what?
That's ever been on the earth? Good job by Max. Not assisting.
Ever been on the earth?
My guys have a chance. Zach's got a chance. Sauce has a chance. Hawk has a chance. Power Trip might have a chance this year. That's
one of the most polarizing people that's ever been on the earth.
I'll go through the list. Start with Jesus. I don't know who else.
Why'd you look right at me when you said that?
I wanted you to start with Jesus.
West Region.
Final matchup of the region, the number 2 seed is Cam Newton. He said, quote, being in the NFL, everyone knows there's a large sum of money that comes to you in a short span of time, and being away from the game for 3 years, those checks don't come in the same. Like, I got 8 kids. It hurts me knowing that I can't provide like I once did. It hurts thinking that I'm Superman, but in reality, I'm just a man. He'll go up against the number 15 seed, D'Angelo Russell on the Timberwolves. He said, quote, they need Cat. They need me. They need what they got rid of. The they got me, I think, is the preposterous part
We played
here.
the audio of that at the time. I think since then, D'Lo's been traded 3 other times, including just this last week. Yeah.
That's a good matchup.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Also, how many NFL guys in 2 brackets have we heard talk about how money doesn't go over? Are they not?
Yeah.
What's going on at these rookie symposiums?
And don't have 8 kids. Throw on a condom once in a while.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Save the money. Kids
Paul
are expensive.
Charchian. There's Paul Charchian's
He
presence.
texted that to me during the break.
I thought he might have.
Let's take a break. Speaking of breaks, we'll come back. We're halfway through PST VVVIII back on more after this here on The Fan.
The Fans wants to give you a shot to win bonus bucks with their national cash contest.
Common, East Tennessee, Corey Cove, Justin Guard here. 2 regions in the books. We go to our East region now, and let's see where we're at. Tennessee, what you got?
East region.
The number 1 seed is Tim Brando, and this comes during the week that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Here's how he opened the college football broadcast.
Today and tonight, 64 Division I stadiums will bring in millions of people with one common denominator, to root for their team. In what has been a tumultuous week in our country, college football is here to save the day.
Yeah.
Hey, what was it? Help me out. Was it COVID? What was the year that Sauce said all we need to do is get to the NFL draft?
I think that probably was COVID, yes.
Like that. I know this sucks. We're all going through the pandemic.
2 weeks to stop the spread.
Once we get to the NFL draft,
Yes.
we're all going to be just fine. I think that was COVID.
Well,
that's the best.
and then,
Didn't we get Justin Jefferson in that draft?
I hadn't thought of it that way.
Oh,
What
man,
happens?
that's a good question.
You might have been right.
What does happen is some people involved in whatever industry it is, they're so wrapped up in it. That
Exhibit A right here.
They just think this is the most important thing in the world, and he thinks it can rescue people.
And he thinks he's the trusted voice to tell you it's okay,
okay.
which is a whole nother level of preposterous, but I don't want to get it too far deep into it.
Tim Brando will go against the winner of the Sayan matchup. The number 16 seed in the Sayan matchup is Aaron Gleeman.
Standpoint, you don't want someone who's just a puppet of the front office, and I don't think Baldelli was that, but
Gleeman will go up against the number 17 seed Alec Lewis. Why do I not have the audio for this? What happened? Hold on.
It was in the open.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, 1 second. No, I didn't put it on the button bar. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Alec Lewis, he said, quote, usually when a guy changes numbers to a single-digit number, they look faster, they look more agile, they look quicker. I'll find it while you guys chat.
This is underseated.
Yeah, it is.
Way understated.
Well, that's similar to when Dalvin Cook said, when I change the number 4, you're going to see a new running back.
Yeah.
He basically said, I'm going to be as good as you've ever seen. And Lewis is just the visual to him. It's preposterous.
Yeah.
It is.
And Alec, we heard from Tiny Joe Nelson earlier. Alec's kind of like the new Tiny Joe in a way, in that he's young Alec. He's young.
Yeah.
He's so enthusiastic. He's so good, though, Alec.
Yeah, he is.
Like, as he said that, he knew, I don't even know if he knew about the tournament, but he knew how stupid it sounded, but he still couldn't stop himself.
Here's the thing. I said this on the podcast, but like, usually when a guy changes numbers to a single digit number, they look faster, they look more agile, they look quicker.
Here's another one.
It's a great statement.
Well, here's another one he said that's not included, and I'm surprised it's not, and it's about me. But that's not why I think it's so preposterous. He played program password, invited him to hang around a little bit, talk about where he's been, where he's going, and who you are. And he goes, so at the beginning of the show, in my open, it says he's the clown from Brown, where he goes, I thought, because I told him I went to Brown Institute.
No.
He goes,
Oh, no.
Really? He goes, I thought you went to Brown University.
Oh my gosh.
Now think about it.
But he's from like
13th
Alabama.
He's from Alabama.
Yeah, that makes sense, but still, that's awesome.
It's the 13th ranked university.
Right.
Not only do I have 4 years of college eligibility, he thought I went to Brown University.
That's pretty good.
So good.
I think this has a great chance.
It's way, way underseeded.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to get past Gleeman in this saying bit. But think about 1998 and Randy Moss, right? Can you imagine if he had only worn the number 8?
Right.
Instead of 84.
Yeah.
And how slow would J.J. McCarthy look if he wasn't 9?
Yeah.
What if he was 18?
Too soon.
Too soon?
I would love to have like the Mythbusters guy do like a 60-minute documentary on this statement and break it down as scientifically as possible.
I was also told, because I didn't go to high school with Sauce, but I went to a high school rival of Sauce. Had he changed his number from the 70s to a single digit, he wouldn't have gotten benched after the second game on his high school highlight video.
He was 75, right? Was he?
Yeah,
I think he was number 75.
That's still one of the great, when we found his high school highlight video and he played for a game and a half and then we never saw him again. He loves that.
It means Sauce did.
My offensive coordinator hated me.
The number 8 seed, Kendrick Perkins.
I mean, but look, this is how I look at Cooper Flag. If LeBron James and Kevin Garnett had a baby, you get Cooper Flag. Why I say that is
He'll go up against the number 9 seed, Nick Nelson, who tweeted, quote, if things click for the Twins, they'll have a very realistic shot at the number 1 seed in the AL. They and other Central contenders can once again bank wins against Chicago White Sox And no team in the East or West looks like a powerhouse with the Yankees besieged by injury.
Twins ones are tough.
Yeah.
If you say anything about the Twins, it's just automatically preposterous.
Yeah.
We could have a whole Twins region, I feel like.
East region.
So LeBron and Kevin Garnett, if you put them together, you get Cooper Flag. Huh. Interesting.
East region.
The number 4 seed, Shedeur Sanders, talking about his frustrating NFL draft experience, compared it to people in jail.
You know, this feel like just people that just be in jail where something they ain't do, bro.
Shedeur will go up against the number 13 seed, Ryan Clark. Here's what Clark had to say about Caleb Williams.
Not their take off. Caleb Williams has to understand that going backwards never helps you move forward.
And how about the play of the year ended up being that exact moment?
Do you guys get the sense that Ryan Clark is universally hated? Is it just me?
It's getting there.
I don't have a strong take on him. It just seems like the internet hates him.
Because he says stuff like that.
I mean, the internet hates everybody, but specifically, it seems like they really don't care for Ryan Clark.
At the risk of sounding stupid, who is Ryan Clark?
He's on
He's a
ESPN.
football analyst. ESPN guy.
Football analyst.
Former player.
He kind of lost me when he wore his own, he's got his own logo that he wears on his suit.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Ryan Clark, but you're not a logo guy.
If you're like Tiger Woods, you can do the logo thing.
Yeah.
East region.
The Freedom Project, by the way, is looking into the Shedeur Sanders allegations. They might take his case.
East region.
The number 5 seed, Jim Harbaugh, on the Chargers win over the Eagles. He said, quote, I'd put it in the discussion of the birth of my 7 children and my marriage. Harbaugh went up against the number 12 seed, Carl Ravage. This is actually one of my favorites. Here's what Carl had to say.
So think about it. We know how dominant they were in the non-conference season, the SEC. They were 185-23. Since January 4 into Tuesday, the SEC teams are 82-82. It's not as if one team, or 2 teams, or 3. They're 82-82. There's been no ability to pull away. There's no dominant group of teams.
How does he not understand?
Who do you think told him?
Hopefully
That guy's in trouble
during the break going, you know why it's 82-82?
This is a Corey Cove special. That's something Sauce would say,
100%.
and you would go right through what really matters.
That's one of those bits where it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, man, we got nothing today. Nothing's working. None of our jokes are landing.
Pulling away.
And then he says that.
They're
I'm like,
82 and
there's
82.
the last 2 hours of the show. We got one. I love that. By the way, back to the Harbaugh bit. Very similar on Twitter just a couple of weeks ago when Ryan Donaldson said, birth of my son, wedding day, firing Kwesi. Right? He tweeted that 2 weeks ago. So, exact same thing. Now, Ryan's kidding, but barely.
No.
Barely.
Hold on, First of all, I don't think Harbaugh's kidding.
Who's kidding more, Harbaugh or Donaldson?
That's a tough one, because I don't believe Donaldson's order that he put out either. 1, 2, 3. I do not.
Kwesi 1? Or at least 2?
2 for sure.
Ahead of the wedding?
For sure.
Okay.
Ahead of the wedding. It's a great wedding.
Yeah, but he's a guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think it would have
Kwesi's firing first.
Do you think it would have to be artificial insemination?
For Harbaugh?
No, for LeBron and Kevin Garnett.
Oh. Well, something's not adding up. Something's not adding up in my head.
I would think.
That if LeBron and KG Cooper Flag appeared.
Yeah.
East region.
Was it Me, Myself, and Irene? Jim Carrey's Babies?
Oh, yeah. Great bit.
Great bit.
It's such an underrated movie.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
Oh, it's so good.
It's underrated.
It's one of his dirtier movies, but it's really funny.
Yeah.
East region.
The number 6 seed is John Bonus, who said, quote, you're probably never happier at a job than when you're underpaid. The number 11 seed is Isaiah Thomas on LeBron warming up pregame without a shirt on. Here's what he said.
Shirts and skins is what they're doing in that region. I just totally 100% object to this. And if I was the GM or coach,
Me too.
I would never let one of my players walk out on the floor looking like this. I mean, we are a professional NBA league. We ain't summer league.
That's a tough matchup.
Yeah.
I like both of those. You're probably never happier at a job than when you're underpaid. I don't think John talks to the people here at iHeart enough.
Yeah, clearly he's not listening.
No,
he's just waiting to talk.
Oh man, must be nice being John Bonus.
East Region.
The number 3 seed is JJ Redick. He called out the referees, talking about how Luka just doesn't fall on his own.
What was your vantage point on the inbound that was a turnover?
Well, let's just start with Luka got tripped. I mean, that was a blatant trip. He doesn't just fall on his own. We watched it. You know, he gets tripped.
So good. JJ
is going to go up against the number 14 seed, John Kreisel. He said this on the power trip, I believe, Corey. Here's Kreisel. So because his flight to the Virgin Islands wasn't going to have seatback entertainment, here's what he said.
We're on the flight to the Virgin Islands tomorrow. We're going to, I don't know if we'll be able to finish, but we're going to be very close. Then we can do the movie because we're on a flight that does not have seat back entertainment or anything. We're going to be roughing it.
Yep.
Roughing it to the Virgin Islands.
That's a tough one.
Much like when Rosen was roughing it when he went to his friend's cabin.
That's right.
Yeah. He said, up in Cold Spring, he says, there's not a grocery store within 20 minutes.
Was there a Capitol Grill? Luka got tripped is a great one.
Yeah, Luka
doesn't fall on his own. Kreisel doesn't fall on his own either. Like every Sun Country flight, right?
Yeah.
You take your phone or your iPad or
Exactly.
something. It's not the end of the world.
I just Hawk should get some type of assist. He's like, oh, yeah, God.
Yeah.
No seatback entertainment.
Worst ever.
And you're still going?
That's not that hard.
A book, a crossword puzzle, anything.
The I don't know, unbelievable aspects of the gift of flight.
Yeah.
Like, look out the window.
Yeah.
You're 35,000 feet in the air. It's incredible.
That's what if I don't have the window seat and somebody else does and they pull the shade down, I'm like, dude, open it up so I can take a look outside.
That's a new thing. People, they pull them now a lot.
Well, because I fly to Vegas about 90,000 times a year, that's the only city that I get. It's like, you got to put it down, man. It's even if you're watching a landing, it's so freaking hot.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm a window seat guy only.
Yeah.
Hate the aisle, hate the middle, got to go window. And I'm also, I don't know about you guys, I do not go to the bathroom on flights, even international flights. I either sleep it off.
International flights?
100%. I will pee before we go if it's a 7 or 8 hour flight. Hopefully it's an overnight flight, so you're sleeping.
And why is that?
I don't know, but I never get up. So I'm the perfect window person anyway, because I'm never going to bother the other two people.
Well, that's why
window every time.
The only thing bigger than my ego is my prostate.
Yeah.
And so
I'm going to be there at some point.
So here's what I do. Like I like to have 2 big cups of coffee in the morning for sure. Big 16 ounces. Mm-hmm. When I'm going to fly, I can only sip on like a 4 ounce because I don't want to be that guy that gets up. And the other thing about...
And you got to be an aisle seat.
Well, then I'm always afraid of then I have to be an aisle seat. Or if you're in there and you're relieving yourself and you hit turbulence. And all of a sudden it's like, my gosh, this is... Then you come out and they go, wow, you must have missed.
It looks like PA during the middle of a Vikings broadcast.
East Region.
The number 7 seed is Eric Nordquist.
You went there.
Who
I
said,
did.
Nordo said, quote, where is Chicago State? Nordo will go up against the number 10 seed, another Chicago-related one, Brett Blakemore. On November 25th, Blakemore said, quote, the Bears won't win another game this year.
That hatred of the Bears by Packer fans is just so
Oh, it's
over the
real.
top. Yeah.
Yeah, it's real.
It's so bad.
East Region.
Congratulations to Brett.
The number 2 seed is Tim Hardaway Sr.
I got to ask you about the summer of 2023 because it's you and Shaq right now. You said that Bol Bol's better than Victor Wembanyama. We've seen a lot since then. Do you stand by that?
I tell you this. I think Bol has the same abilities as Victor Wembanyama.
Hardaway will go up against the number 15 seed Parker Fox, discussing how he burns calories rapidly. He said he can burn, quote, 4,000 calories after a couple hours of golf.
Both home runs. Man,
I guess if he's shooting,
well, he's pretty skinny and he doesn't do much anymore. All he does is golf now, doesn't he?
Well, I guess if he was if he shot 400 strokes over par, he's swinging a lot. That'd be about the only way
I've never
he could
played
do it.
White Bear Yacht Club. Is it hilly? Because he might be right.
Hey, nobody likes to admit when they're wrong. Case in point, I'm proof of that. Victor would be the number 1 pick in the draft if you had to draft the whole league over again,
Absolutely.
right? What pick would Bol be?
Jeez.
Right? Like, you just got to let it go, Timmy.
Yeah.
Let her go.
Man.
Let it go the hard way, Timmy.
Bull. Best name of all time, too, by the way.
It's a great name.
Bull.
One more region to go, the South region. It's PST VVVIII with Cove, Justin Guard, Common, and Tennessee. After the break, we wrap it up here on The Fan.
You're listening to the Preposterous Statement Tournament Selection Show on The Fan.
This month, iHeartRadio is
go. Tennessee, Common, Justin Guard, and Corey Cove. Let's get to it. South Region, Tennessee.
Yes, you are correct. We do have the South Region.
South Region.
And the number 1 seed is Kendrick Perkins.
Shedeur Sanders is the most powerful black man since 2009. You know what happened in 2009?
Right.
That's when President Obama got elected in office. He's the most powerful black man since 2009.
Kendrick will go up against the winner of the say-in matchup, which is Nordo versus Nordo. Eric Nordquist, the number 16 seed, said, quote, I would rather dodge a punch from Jalen Carter than get spit on. Nordo will go up against himself, the number 17 seed, who said, I would think Kirk would almost be happier just potentially leaving the league because he's not chasing dollars. I think he legitimately chases wins.
I think 17 is underseeded.
Yeah.
Like, this is a throwback. This is a throwback statement. This is that's a throwback when we started it statement, I think.
Yeah.
We skipped over. We were so excited for Brett to make the tournament that we skipped over Nordo's quote from the previous bracket, the "Where is Chicago State?" Remember my job, Common, when we first did this back in the day when it was Charge and myself doing this, my job was kind of to be the stats breakdown guy. I was supposed to try to like mathematically prove how wrong these statements were. So just for a throwback, I went and I'm like, all right, let's break this down. So I just Googled, where is Chicago State University? Wikipedia says it is a public university in Chicago, Illinois, United States.
That sums it
Who would
up.
have thought?
So it is in Chicago. I think we skipped over that one too much. I actually like that one way more than I like these other two.
Yeah.
But I do like that he's going to have to battle. He is going to get at least one win then in this year's tournament.
Nordo is not that far from following his host and having his own bracket. Like, he's not that far off.
And then he didn't win the tournament that year either, PA. He's never won the tournament, I don't think.
No.
Didn't Wabi have his own bracket one year as well?
No.
Those two together.
Yeah.
Man, remember that?
Days. Yeah.
Remember those days?
I do. I'd like to know Kendrick Perkins' reasoning. You know, cut off, because I assume he was going to follow up with a why to compare him to President Obama, the first black president ever to be elected in the United States.
But according to him, almost nobody else has done anything in the last 17 years. Yeah. I mean,
since then,
and Shedeur Sanders is the guy?
It was Barack, and now it's Shedeur.
They were waiting for Shedeur. Man.
South Region.
The number 8 seed is Meat Sauce, who said, quote, sometimes I think too deeply. He'll go up against his co-host on the Power Trip Morning Show, the number 9 seed, Chris Hockey, who said Paul Allen asked KOC the, quote, tough questions the other play-by-play guys wouldn't.
This is a really good match. This is the kind that they have on at prime time. You know, this is not an 11 a.m.
This is getting
matchup.
flexed.
It's
getting flexed to 7:20. Jack
good.
Collinsworth is going to welcome us into Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, this is good.
That'd be a long train ride if they would have lost that. Well, they did lose the first game, and then PA sees KOC on the train
from Dublin to London,
and starts asking questions. Now I know why the Power Trip's so successful. We really are a good mix.
The number 4 seed is Cam Newton on the Nico, is it I Am Aliva saga? JG? Let's go with
it's
that.
Not
I Am
quite
Aliva.
that. It's I Am
I Am Aleva? Leava?
Yeah, Leava is the last
I Am
part.
Leava?
Yeah.
Quote, whoever advises kid to sit out and chase in hopes of more money is a fool. Because the reality is this, is just to make your college experience comfortable. This is not forever money. You have to understand that even though you're talking about millions and millions and millions of money, this ain't it, bro. You at 19 years old, but that money ain't going to last past 24.
Man, that's the theme of this year's tournament.
Yeah.
Well, with Cam specifically.
Man.
Yeah. Well, I guess the idea is they have so much money, they lose perspective, right?
Of course.
So for them, they start buying everything they want to buy. And then all of a sudden they look around and go, I don't have any money left. Why did you spend all that money? So they don't think it would. The average person, that's generational. It's just wonderful. It's the lack of perspective is what makes the preposterous statement turn out.
Cam Newton will go up against the number 13 seed Lane Kiffin after signing his contract with LSU. He apparently didn't know how much his contract is for.
I'm never going to make a decision on money. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know what my contract is here. That's not very financially responsible. Okay. I'm sure it's really good. Okay. I don't know what it is.
Is it?
I love college coaches.
Is
man.
it possible? I'm being serious. You know. Is it possible that he's like, look, my agent does it. I know it's going to be a big number, so I don't really care how big of a number it is because it's going to be bigger than the number I currently have. So just go get me a bigger number, and I don't care.
Yes, I think
that is possible.
I think it is possible.
But part of the reason you're leaving is for money.
For sure.
And so wouldn't that be like one of the number one reasons you're leaving?
Not really, though, because he's
SEC to SEC.
Yeah.
You know, he just knows it's going to even take a guy like Fleck. You have this contract. Then if you win this amount of games, you get this much. If you do this amount of games, you win this. If you just win this many conference games, you get this. If you get to a bowl game, you get this. So I'm trying to defend him in the point that he's like, yeah, I don't know what the final number will be because if I get
bigger.
It's just really, really big, and I don't know the
And
exact.
coaches think it sounds good to say.
Right.
Like, he's like, I would have done this. He's intimating none of it matters. It's like $14 million a year, probably.
It's like Cousins. He's not chasing money.
Exactly. He's chasing wins.
That's exactly what.
When it is that much, you really don't need to know what it is.
No,
like, I need to know what my contract is.
Right.
I have to go through the pay stubs and go, are we getting a bonus this month or not? I'm not sure. Yeah. Lane Kiffin, I don't think so.
South Region.
The number 5 seed is Adam Lefkoe before number 7 Michigan versus number 12 Gonzaga. He said this.
We are getting ready for the biggest game of the night. This is, I don't even think it's arguable, the best non-conference college basketball game that we have seen in years. I'm talking decades.
I know the play-by-play announcer or the analyst, their job is to hype up the game.
You got to sell it.
Yeah, but this is a whole nother level, several levels.
Lefkoe will go up against the number 12 seed Draymond Green, last year's winner of the Preposterous Statement Tournament. He said that he deserves credit for Karl Anthony Towns' Game 1 performance in the playoffs last year, saying, quote, his attitude was great, and I'm taking credit for that. Cat has been a different person since our debacle.
It's just spot on Draymond.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's just Draymond to a T.
Well, what I love about Draymond, too, is he embraces the fact that he's a Richard. Like the one commercial with the Santa Claus one when getting the wish, you're naughty or nice. You remember that when I was running? And, of course, everybody knows, he's a Richard. And yet, so he goes, yeah, I'll say that line for more money. Sure, I'll live up to, I don't mind admitting to it. It's just so Draymond.
South Region.
This is a good KFN contributor matchup right here. The number 6 seed is Parker Fox. He said, quote, weddings cost $50,000 and there's nothing you can do about it.
He's the best.
Parker will go up against the number 11 seed Brian Oak, who said, quote, Oasis getting back together will rival the Beatles getting back together.
Cole, your thoughts on the Beatles?
Very good, but 311's light years better than them. But obviously the Beatles are outstanding. Don't you think? This is why I love Parker Fox, and this is why I love having the kids, as PA might call him on our show and on our station.
Even though he's 27.
Was in school for about 15 years. I don't even think he thinks this is preposterous because this generation watches Instagram and thinks you have to throw this massive party.
Correct.
There's no turning back. The beauty of getting older and hopefully getting wiser with age is all of us in these two rooms, if we ever got divorced and had to start over, none of us are spending $50K on a wedding. We're going straight to the courthouse because who cares?
If I got married 3 times after this one, I would not spend $50,000 total.
Never.
If it was 4 weddings.
Right. If the gal you're marrying say, well, we have to have 20 people and we're going to go to Applebee's.
Right.
And that's the reception. Are you nuts? $50K for a wedding? But he thinks that's
nothing you can do about it.
No, his generation thinks you have to do that. So I don't even fault him.
Now, when you can live a life where you can have 12 Coronas in Milan while your soon-to-be wife is housing Olympic gold.
Yes.
What perspective will you have?
He's having dinner with Stanley Tucci right now.
I know. It's ridiculous.
He has a lot of options financially.
This Parker Fox, to bring it to an old PST, this was a where were you moment for me because I was watching KFAN.com/watch when he said that. And I just said, well, that's in the tournament. Yeah. That has to be in the tournament. We know this statement is going to get in and it might make some noise.
And Oak, too, because, again, you don't have to agree that the Beatles are the greatest everything. And I know Oasis was very, very popular, but it's just kind of, I don't know. It
ain't on Beatles level.
I can't. I don't think you can do that.
South Region.
You don't have to like Oasis.
You have to respect
it. But you have to respect
the number 3 seed Gophers defensive back John Nestor on their defense after their win over Northwestern State. Quote, I got so much love for this team. Our HAVOC defenses man, we're the best in the country, and I'm going to say that right now. We can go toe-to-toe against anybody in the country. He'll go up against the number 14 seed college football analyst Joel Klatt on the college football playoff. He said, quote, "We don't want Cinderellas. We want the best teams playing each other at the end. The NCAA tournament is a joke," talking about basketball. "It's the dumbest tournament and the least fair tournament in all of sports."
That's college football media right there.
Yeah.
That he's really good.
Yeah.
But they think it's the most important thing. You said it earlier. That nothing can be bigger. In terms of John Nestor, I'll just say this: the head coach did not appreciate that comment, and he didn't talk to the media for a couple of weeks.
Jersey, what if
good kid though?
What if Joel Klatt had stopped halfway when he just said, "We don't want Cinderella. We want the best teams playing each other at the end"?
Then it's a discussion. Yeah,
right.
You go, okay.
You could have stopped
Yeah,
there.
you
but
could have.
When you call the NCAA tournament, which most people think is the best sports tournament that exists,
some of the best 3 weeks ever.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
Yep.
And the Cinderella is what we love about it.
That's the best part.
Exactly right.
Although you and I know, we know this because we've been to it. Oh, good for us. The Final Four, you don't want a Cinderella.
Correct.
On TV, it's awesome, but the vibe at a Final Four when a Cinderella's there is totally different.
Is it really?
It sucks the air out of the entire city.
No kidding.
I might have just made the next year's preposterous statement tournament by saying that.
No,
but
you're right.
It's so
and I'll
strange.
get the assist.
Yeah, but it is so strange how it's like you want the Blue Bloods in the Final Four. You want the upsets in the first couple rounds.
Exactly right.
The
Unless
vibe's
it's
totally
Butler
different.
in Indianapolis in 2010, which you weren't there for. That was Dan and me. That was awesome because it was Indy. They were all there, and Indy's the greatest host city in the world. Everybody knows that.
Like the year George Mason got there?
Yeah, terrible.
Screw that.
Terrible. Even
Oh.
VCU was Shaka.
Yeah, buzzkill.
Loyola, Sister Jean. It's cool to see her
Stands
for
are
5
half
minutes.
empty.
Yes.
Like nobody cares.
Agree.
South Region.
JG, your guy Gilbert Arenas back
I know,
again
he's going to get his own bracket. I tell you, every day.
on the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals last year. Here's what he said.
If you're Indiana, are you just happy you got here? I think them being here does them up because now I think the Indiana fan base actually think that they're a legit championship team and they're going to expect this from them. And I don't think that they know reality.
Took them to 7 games, by the way. They almost won that thing.
Right. I know. Just because too many podcasts. There's just too many podcasts. And former players, we don't need to hear from all of them.
No.
So, Common, I have this theory about
Especially Gilbert Arenas.
ghost hunters.
Okay.
Right? Mediums, psychics. There's 2 different kinds of people that are those kinds of people.
What have you been up to?
The ones, right. The ones who truly believe they're talking to the other side or that they're truly hunting ghosts. And then the people that are 100% aware, I know this is fake, but I need to make a paycheck, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know which group scares me the most, right? They're both terrible for 2 different reasons. I feel the same way about NBA podcasts. I don't even think sometimes they mean what they say. They just know the only way to make traction in the NBA podcast world is to say something absolutely ludicrous.
Something
so
they
it goes
consider
viral.
provocative. When it's
Got to
really
get the
not.
clicks.
Like, do you really think Gilbert Arenas believes this or not?
With how many things he said that are really dumb, yes,
he's such
I
a
do.
volume shooter with preposterousness.
He might be the exception, but there's so many NBA podcasts where it's like, look, there's too many of them, so I got to say something or no one's going to know I even have a podcast.
There's a formula. There's absolutely a formula.
Gilbert might be the king of that, though. It's hard to say. What was the bit with I know he had the gun thing, but didn't he have a gambling problem, like on planes or something too?
Yeah, just recently.
Okay, because I love the gambling angle. Let's not bring guns to gambling.
Right.
But what was the gambling bit?
He was part of one of these rings and one of the poker game deals, I want to say.
See, why can't he just talk about that? I would listen to that.
Gilbert's going to go up against the number 10 seed broadcaster Michael Kay, who called the Yankees' new facial hair policy a, quote, seismic change that stunned the baseball world.
This is another throwback.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
Stunned.
In his world, which is the baseball world,
Yep.
they couldn't believe the Yankees' new facial hair policy. Yeah. I didn't even know they changed it.
Yeah. They were, because weren't they the only team that did not allow it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. That was the big deal. You had to get a haircut when you went there because the boss.
It stunned the world.
South Region.
The number 2 seed is Steve Mariucci. If you remember, Max Brosmer made his NFL debut last season, and he had high expectations for Brosmer's first game.
I know an undrafted quarterback free agent today for the Vikings that's playing quarterback. We all know his name, Max Brosmer. Max Brosmer. He was over at New Hampshire, and then he transferred in the portal over to the University of Minnesota, Rich. All right, so he went to camp, and you know what? He's going to smash the record, 485 yards today, and you know what? He's going to be known as the new American underdog.
Mariucci went up again.
I'm glad he usurped me because I thought I said I think Brosmer was going to have a really good game.
Yeah, I had him for 375. I'm still not convinced he couldn't have done it.
You still think he can be the new American underdog?
I do. I'm not giving up on Brosmer.
Mariucci will go up against Washington Commanders owner Marjorie Harris, who said this.
We have so much to look forward to. And look, the Commanders are America's team. And so what better place to have the NFL draft than in the mall?
America's team. They're in the top, top 32?
Yeah, probably.
So that'll do it, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Here's, I'm not trying to be controversial.
Okay.
That's interesting.
I think I'm going to sit this one out. I think I'm going to sit 2026 voting out because there's no way we went 365 days and there are 0 Mark Rosen quotes in this bracket.
Yeah.
This whole thing is void.
You're protesting.
It's an illegitimate winner. I don't care who wins it.
It's not
fair. It's not fair. There's no way.
We could have our own in-house just between us preposterous statement terms, and he'll load up the brackets.
How did he not make the tournament? Can I ask the committee a question?
Yes.
Was there a quote or two that was close?
I don't even remember him having one nominated, to be honest with you. I'd have to look back at all my statements.
Just listen to the podcast from yesterday.
Here's what I'm thinking. Is it possible that we're just not listening to Rosen when he talks?
People have checked out.
Have we just checked out on what Rosen's saying?
He joins me next. If you want to listen.
Get into next year's tournament, Rosie. Come on, man.
All my statements, he wasn't even nominated.
Oh, my gosh.
There you go.
It's a down year for the PST.
Now, Tenneby, how does it work? Starting tomorrow?
Tomorrow, we'll start doing it at 12:30 every day. And we'll unveil the say-in matchups, and you'll be able to vote on them immediately. You have 24 hours to vote.
And that's the important part of this is that the listeners decide. They do all the voting. It's not media. It's not people that have uttered preposterous statements like when they do the Hall of Fame voting or whatever.
Bill Polian.
No, it's none of that. It's just the people that.
Do you guys have a favorite? I'm on Team Halverson.
Yeah, I mean, the Halvey Daylight Savings Time is great. I love the Alec Lewis changes the number to a single digit.
They both be gracious winners, too.
Yes.
That matters.
Right.
They would both be very excited to have a trophy in their hands.
Sometimes I think too deeply is
That's a good one.
Yeah. Weddings cost $50,000.
Another good one.
So there's some really good ones.
Brandon, which one do you like?
I mean, the Sayans are really tough. Nordo going up against himself.
I don't know.
A lot of good options, man.
JJ Redick, he doesn't just fall on his own. I mean,
there's plenty of
I kind of like the Carl Rabbits, not understanding why
That's
the SEC is 82 and 82.
That's a veteran broadcaster, too,
yes.
man. I do want to know who told him.
It's a stat field. It's a strong field this year. Guys, as always, appreciate you coming in and helping me out.
Is it already 2 o'clock?
Yeah,
it just goes by so fast.
It goes fast.
We'll see you in an hour.
Justin Guard, he'll be back at 3 o'clock with Dan Barrero, Bumper to Bumper. Corey Cove tomorrow morning, 5:30. Again, thanks to those guys. We'll take a break, come back. Rosen joins us next here on The Fan.